to talk to you today about empty cup, or fill up your cup. So what do I mean by that? Well, you can't give to others what you don't give to yourself first. And especially if you're a lady, ladies, listen to me. We are very good at just giving, nurturing everyone else and forgetting about ourselves. And we come first. I learned a cool new phrase, and I hope you're going to practice it with me. Let me know your name and where you're tuning in from, whether you're watching this live or the replay afterwards. The phrase is, my needs are just as important as yours. And that's a phrase for you to practice with your husband, with your wife, with your kids, with your employees, with your staff. My needs are just as important as yours. And for you moms, you'll be like, what? I can't say that to my kids. Yes, you can. Because what did I say in the airplane? In case of an emergency, you put your oxygen mask, your life jacket on first before you help anyone else, even your kids. Why did I say that? Because if you go helping your kids and halfway through you run out of oxygen and you die, what good are you going to be for your kids now? They're going to be left on their own, right? But if you put your oxygen mask and your life jacket first, now you can go and help your kids, and now you can go and help everyone else in the plane. And it's the same is true in life. Many times we share the contents of our cup with everyone else, and then we find ourselves empty. What happens when a car runs out of oil? It breaks down, it can't go anymore, right? What happens if a car runs out of fuel or diesel or even electricity? I have an electric car. What happens if they run out of it? They don't function anymore. They can't move. So regardless of where you have to go or how urgent it is for you to get there, guess what? You still have to stop off first and refuel your car with more fuel or more diesel or more electricity if you want to make it to where you want to go, right? So it's the same in life. You can't help anyone else. You can't get to your destination if you don't fill up your cup first. So the drill is this. You must fill your cup first, and then when it's full and it overflows, all the excess that falls on the saucer, that's what you get to share with others, not what's in the cup. The contents of the cup are for you. And whenever it starts to go low or it starts to run empty, it's time for you to refill it. And only when it's full and overflowing, these are the contents that you share with others. So I learned this 10 years ago for the very first time from Tony Robbins. He calls it the hour of power. I remember clearly, I was living in Melbourne of Australia. I was working at a company called Flight Centre Limited, which is the largest chain of travel agencies in Melbourne. And I was managing some of their agencies. And because I was managing, I had a team, I had a staff. And if something went wrong with a client, I was the first one to get the call in the middle of the night. Back in the day, these days everything is sorted quickly, but back in the day, you got the call from the head office, and the client didn't have a visa, it's stuck in the middle of the airport in somewhere. If a staff called in sick and we didn't have enough staff, I had to show up on a Friday night, because in Melbourne, they used to have, well, right now they put things there on a really strict lockdown. I can't do anything, but normally they have Thursday and Friday late night shopping. And so the restaurants, the shops, the shopping centers, they're all open until 9 p.m. on Thursdays and Fridays, which meant we're on a shopping center, we had to remain closed that late. And then we had to open Saturdays and Sundays, because those were the rules of the shopping centers. If your shop was on a street front, it was a little different, more flexible. But if your shop was on a shopping center, you have to abide by the shopping center hours. So what happened is I would be empty by the end of the day. So I would get up in the morning and give to my husband and my kids. Go to work, give to my employees and my customers, my clients, all day. Finish work, go home, give to my kids, dinner, bath, my husband, the house, etc. Guess what? At the end of the day, I was feeling empty. I was feeling miserable. I was feeling like, oh my God, this is not the life that I signed up for. What's in it for me? I didn't realize I was giving it all out, right? So as one of my employees said, have you heard of this guy called Tony Robbins? Tony Robbins? No. Who's that? So I started Googling Tony Robbins. He was about to have a UPW, Unleash Your Power Within, seminar in Sydney, in Australia. And I remember I looked at the tickets and they were $3,000. And I'm like, what? Who would pay $3,000 to go to a personal development seminar, right? I had no idea. It was my first exposure, I guess, to all of these. And I was feeling miserable. I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was feeling lost. I was feeling just unhappy, unfulfilled, because I was running around all day for everybody else except for myself. And at the end of the day, I was like, what's in it for me? I've done all of these things to my husband, my kids, my employees, my clients. What's in it for me, right? And so my employee, Rajiv, he was Indian. He lent me some CDs that had some programs. I don't even know which one. Maybe it was Personal Power from Tony Robbins. So I started to get up instead of 6 a.m. I would get up at 5 in the morning and I would go into my home office. And back in the day, there were actually CDs. And I would put the CDs into the computer and I would listen to it. And it was just magical. And so Tony talked about the hour of power, giving 1 hour a day to yourself, especially suggesting that it was the first hour of the day so that you could give to you, feed your soul, fill up your cup. Then you could go about your day much happier and fulfilled. And I totally resonated with that because I was feeling empty and run down and exhausted and miserable. And, you know, there's just not much more I could give to anyone else because I was run down, tired and exhausted myself. So sure enough, I follow his advice. He calls it the hour of power. I started calling it me time when I started leading my own retreats with women all over the world. And I used to say to them, you know, give yourself 1 hour a day, preferably the first hour of the morning. But if not, if you're a night owl, which I understand, some people like to go to bed late at night, so that's fine. You can do it during the day or in the evening. But from there, after I finished listening to Tony Robbins' audio program, I continued to still put my alarm at 5 a.m. and 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. was me time, whatever I wanted to do. Sometimes if it was cold and winter, I would fill up my spa in my own suite and I would put bubbles and I would put some nice candles and nice music and I would just go in and soak in and relax and just enjoy. Sometimes I would call my family in Mexico because of the time difference. Sometimes, again, if it was cold, I would sit in front of my fireplace on a beanbag and read a book or listen to an audio course. Sometimes I just jumped on my deck at the back overlooking the pool and I would go on the treadmill or the bike, do some exercise, whatever I wanted to do, but it was me time. Nobody disturbed me. Nobody got on the way. I came first. And the beauty, I guess, is that my husband and my kids were sleeping, which meant I had no interruptions. I didn't have, I need these, mommy, everyone needing a piece of me, right? Let me think. No, that was before my daughter was born that I got myself a house cleaner. I've had a house cleaner for, 15 years now. Again, so that I could free up more time for myself. After that, I started doing, I still do my hour of power, my me time. But now, for example, every week I make sure I go to my Thai ladies around the corner to have my massage. I love going there for 90 minutes. They know. And these women are amazing. They're like a mix of a chiropractor, physiotherapist, and masseuse. They are amazing. They walk on my back, they align it, they crack it, they massage me. It's beautiful. I go there every week, or sometimes if I'm traveling, when I was traveling before the lockdown, I would go once every 2 weeks because I was typically away. And I just have my special me time. Apart from my 1 hour of power a day, you know, I do that to nurture myself, because then I come back home more relaxed and happier and loving. So I'm more patient with my kids. I have more excitement and energy to lead my business and lead my team and my clients and everyone else. And it just made a huge difference to me, because now guess what? 6 a.m. came The alarm rang, husband is out of bed, kids out of bed. Now I'm happy to go and give to everyone because I already filled up my cup first. Now I'm happy to show up to work and take care of my staff and my clients and lead my team because I gave myself first. Now the evening comes and I'm happy and I feel love because I refill my cup first. So, you know, every now and then my kids know it's like, mommy needs a nap and that's it. Everything else is going to have to be put on hold. Mommy's going to take a nap. Guys, can you take care of yourselves? I mean, I'm very fortunate these days. I have the gardener, I have a pool man, I have a maintenance guy, I have a chef that cooks our meals, and I have a house cleaner so that I can free up more time, not just for myself, but for my business as well. Because I realized as I started my business 10 years ago that, me doing all of these things, when I could invest that time in my business will make me more money than whatever it would cost me to, pay these people to do those jobs. And the other thing is, so if I'm exhausted, if I didn't sleep well, or if I had a webinar until midnight, like I did with Success Resources last night, then I need a little nap, or I need to run to my Thai ladies for my massage, or I just need to put off my exercise. Because normally I get up at 4 a.m. these days. 4 to 5 a.m. is my hour of power. That's when I do my meditation, my Bravo method, my priming exercise from Tony Robbins, 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. And then at 5 a.m. I get up and I get ready to go for my exercise. So by 5:30, I'm out of the door, whether it's to swim, to do my 5-kilometer run, or to go to the gym and do a workout class. And then, I'll usually be back by 6:30. I normally have a business meeting at 6:30, standing every day. And then I just get kiddies ready for school, have a shower, and then here in my home office by 9 a.m. ready to rock and roll. But I tell you what, if I don't do my hour of power in the morning, if I don't fill up my cup, even my kids go, Mom, did you not sleep well? Mom, have you not had your me time? You're a little cranky today, or impatient. And I'm like, oh God, like my kids can see it, right? So it's very important that I give myself that hour of power, that me time, to refill my cup so that I can be a better person with everyone else. I can give everyone else more and be nicer and better person because I gave myself first. Many times, if you're a mom, you tend to think that that's selfish, that your husband or your kids should come first and that. But you know what? You cannot be as good to them as you would if you give yourself first, because you're going to start to feel tired. You're going to start to feel resentful, cranky, and now they don't get the best of you. Same in your business, with your employees, your team, your staff. If you don't give yourself first because you think it's about serving them and taking care of them, they're going to get 60% of you instead of getting 80 or 100% of you. So when you give yourself first, they get a whole lot more from you and better quality of you, right? So it's important as a man or as a woman that you give yourself first. So as I said, I learned that for the first time 10 years ago. I'm still implementing it this day. I ended up getting that ticket for $3,000, and I ended up attending UPW, Unleash Your Power Within with Tony Robbins. I did the fire walk, and it totally changed my life, because 9 months later, I managed to leave my full-time job where I was no longer fulfilled, where I was feeling guilty mother for not being there for my kids, miserable for working 8, 10, 12 hours a day and having no life. And after being in that job for 10 years, I managed to quit my job 9 months later, after I attended UPW with Tony Robbins, which totally changed my life. And guess what? You now get the opportunity to do it virtually from the comfort of your home for a tenth of the price. Instead of paying $3,000, you're only going to pay $395. That is it. And you can do it. You can just buy one ticket and get your family, your kids, your mom, your husband, your wife, your best friends to come and do it with you in your house, and you only pay for one ticket. Or you can invite your friends and split the cost, 100 each, three or four friends together to do UPW from the comfort of your home, which is a live 360-degree experience with the man, the legend himself, Tony Robbins. Is coming up 22nd to the 25th of October. And especially if you're in Europe, he's doing it in European hours from 9 a.m. London time to 6 p.m. So if you don't have your ticket yet, make sure you get it. Bringthefreedom.com, because unless you want to wait a whole year to go and do it in an actual physical seminar and pay $3,000 and have to pay for your ticket and another for your husband and another for your kids, I strongly recommend you do it now, which is only 2 weeks from now, and it's only $395. Bringthefreedom.com, and you can have your friends and your family, and you only pay for one ticket. So can you see the opportunity that I'm presenting you with today? Can you imagine where you will be in a year, 2 or 3 from now when you make the decision to join UPW? I mean, look at where I am, living the life of my dreams. Quit my job 10 years ago to start my own business. 9 months after I did UPW Virtual, I quit my full-time job, started my own business, running it from the comfort of my house, traveling all over the world. I started speaking for Success Resources events on their stages all over the world, which I still do these days, and I absolutely love it, obviously virtually right now. But I don't know where I would be had I not done UPW 10 years ago. My life totally took a 180-degree turn, and I am much happier, a better person, financially free, and I have an amazing life, and it's all thanks to Tony Robbins and UPW Virtual. So bringthefreedom.com. I'm going to be there in the October event. I hope to see you there. Get your ticket. And I tell you what, tune in week, same place, same time on Monday, wherever you're watching this stream from. Turn up again on Monday, same place, same time, because I'm going to have a very special couple of guests next week. They are amazing entrepreneurs who have done Tony Robbins events, who have transformed their lives and their businesses. And you're going to be very glad to meet them. So make sure you show up next week, same place, same time. And I look forward to seeing you then. On behalf of Success Resources, Tony Robbins, and myself, Sandra Bravo, signing off from Gold Coast of Australia. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Until Monday, you go and live with passion, my friends. See you then.